Alright guys, we are back fighting the good Gundam fight here. Going into the mission, I think, for advanced training number 2. Again, working our way through these missions with the Heavy Arms Gundam in the cel-shaded game of the Dynasty Warriors Gundam series, Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3. If you're just watching this after seeing episode 12, it may not make any sense for me to go through all that again, but I'm trying to get back in this, trying to get pumped. Because it's been a little while. I've been working, I've been also trying to do some other stuff, get motivated, and now we're going to go out and we're going to hunt down Mr. Shin here, because we do not... This is a repeat of a mission that we failed last episode because Judo Ashita is dumb. And I stand by that. He will never be cool. Fortunately, we got to the missile base first. We had a partner thing open, so I'm going to send Epion after these guys, and then I'm going to take down the Destiny Gundam here, and Mr. Shin Izuka. Shin, probably my least favorite of the Seed pilots. At least the ones that are available in this game, which aren't all that many. I think Luna Maria and Lacus are... I'm pretty sure they're part of the roster, and so... But I would still be one of them over Shin. Okay, we defeated him in the QuickTime event, and now we've taken down the Destiny Gundam. Now, this is the first Dynasty Warriors Gundam game to include Seed suits, and they only included the big 3 heavy hitters from Seed Destiny. They didn't even include... I think they may have included the Gen, and maybe, you know, as a... Yeah, they definitely included the Gen as, you know, a grunt suit. In fact, we've probably fought against it already in these episodes. I wasn't... Particularly, I might even have commented on its existence. But this is what you get for taking lots of time between things. But right now we are fighting Mr. Schwartz. Our missiles are doing the work for us. They've cleared out an enemy field. But it's really important to keep track of the enemy leaders. In this case, I've got a couple of problems. One, I'm engaged with Schwartz, which is not really where I need to be. Schwartz has got access to the burning Gundam. We did enough damage to drive the enemy leader, in this case Duo, out into the open. This is not a story mission, so essentially the leader could have been anybody. A lot of the unit choices and stuff are random, so the fact that I'm Troa does not mean that Duo is more likely to be an enemy or a friend. It's just doing stuff. Okay, so we've wrecked shop here. There's Fa Yuri coming to help us in the Rick Diaz suit from Zeta Gundam. Fa is... don't think maybe she's a playable pilot. She's not playable in the next game. We've got our super filled up. And we're going for it. Okay, so we lost Katajina. She was one of our allies. But note that she's only the first pilot I think we've lost. Hey, Duo. Whereas the enemy has no morale bar left, so they can't bring anybody back. And I'm trying at the moment. I still have this submission to protect Fa by destroying El Viano and for Murasami, and I don't know I'm not sure why those two specifically. I mean, I don't know if that's a random thing. Just protect Pilot A from Pilots B and C. I mean, Fa or Faye, I'm not necessarily sure how it's pronounced. Okay, well, I just got blown up. That's what I get for trying to take the territory out from under Duo before taking on Duo. There's Duo. And based on the camera angle, you can't see whatever we might have been doing to Duo. Now, I don't know exactly how... I don't remember the stats of the Death Scythe Hell, which is the suit that Duo commands. But I would imagine it doesn't have a great defense stat. Alright, trying to get rid of Duo before Faye or Fa gets beaten up by the other people. You'll notice also trying to utilize the fact that the suit will heal a little bit of its damage. Now Makubi's decided to intervene. Maybe that's helpful. Katajina has returned. So you can see our blue bar has kind of been reduced down to below the point where which would mean they'd be able to attack our base without us having any of the defenses there, but currently that's not an issue. Another feature of the Death Scythe Hell suit, is certainly its ability to... It's a great melee suit. I mean, as you would think it would have a high melee rating with the sickle. All right, so we won that. To get back to my Gundam seed point from way back earlier in the battle, just the Jin suit, the Destiny, the Strike Freedom, and the Infinite Justice are the Gundams available. Lacus will fly the Infinite Justice if she's spawned in. Lunamaria actually is put by default into Char's Zaku suit, so that the red Zakus of Seed Destiny don't look exactly the same as the old Zaku from Mobile Suit Gundam, but they were certainly supposed to evoke that suit. So I guess in some ways that's an appropriate choice. I'm not sure if it was necessary just to get Lunamaria Hawk into the game to do that. So here we're looking at a mission. You can see that we don't have control over any of the comm towers here. The enemy's in the backhand corner, or the enemy base is in the backhand corner, and our base is perilously exposed because there's like 4 different ways the enemy could come and try to get us. Now, I'm not worried about the neutral fields to the north. We're going to go and we're going to engage the enemy and try to get take care of some of these comm facilities. This is the Allied comm facility here, so if we can take this, we're going to be able to we should be able to summon some reinforcements of our own to the field. I'm going to leave the base to kind of hold itself for the moment, mainly because there should be enough guns and auto defenses to hold off one suit, at least for a little while. That's probably going to be the next place I go after we take this field. And I do have an ally here, so that, I'm hoping that's helping me, but it feels like I'm getting beat up a lot. Alright, so we've captured the field. You saw the momentary stopping of the enemies because whenever a field changes hands, the troops that are there kind of get shut down. Frontal is our buddy here, so we're gonna leave. And there's also an enemy general back here. I think it's Glimmy? Or is it Setsuna? Who's with us? Oh, it's Setsuna from Gundam 00. This was also the first game in the series to include the Gundam 00 characters. In this case, it only included Setsuna Sei. I don't know. I haven't seen 00. I don't know exactly how his name's pronounced. And Ribbon's Altmark. Or Allmark. So, our base managed to hold off the enemy suit on its own. We destroyed Setsuna. We've grabbed control of that comm tower. So now I'm going to go down and take out the other comm tower on my way to the enemy base. I've got an ally who's already headed in that direction. In this case, okay, I was wrong. Glimmy is on our side. So Glimmy Toto from Double Zeta. Don't particularly have, I mean, much, I don't really have much feeling for Glimmy. It's supposed to be a foil for the Gundam team initially, then he became a main villain, essentially because the show needed somebody to oppose Haman Karn in her own ranks. And you know, Glimmy supposedly had some connection to either the Zabi family or some royal bloodline. That ultimately meant that he would have seized power for that reason. But he turns on Haman Karn at the end. You know, he's killed by Ro Luca, and in the final battle, after the Quinn Mantha has pretty much torn up the Zeta and also the Gundam Mark II. Alright, so now we're Setsuna's respawned, and you can see that Frontal has a little icon on his name. That tells you that he's only here because we got the Allied comm tower. If we lost the Allied comm tower, he would probably leave the battle. Fortunately, we're not worried. We're not worried about that at the moment. The death of Setsuna did give us under half, so if we go into the enemy base, they shouldn't have the auto defenses up. I'm not sure what exactly we're doing going into our own base.
I still have some fight left in me. I will get my memories back.
Alright, little corrupted footage there, so, you know. But, you know, while we're at it, let's go ahead and knock out Field A. I mean, this won't take too long, I don't think. If we had a... Okay, well, Frontal, who went into the enemy base unassisted, probably shouldn't have done that. But on the other hand, I really don't need to be on this field wiping out these guys for little to no reason, as far as I can tell, other than the fact that, you know, I was still getting used to the controls. You know, I'm still sort of relying on the one heavy arms combo that seems to work pretty well. Okay, so Setsuna's respawned, and I don't... Based on the amount of red bar that they've got left, I don't know if he can do that. I don't think they can do that again with another character. Okay, well, there's Emma in the Gundam Mark II. Frontal has gone down because he tried to assault the enemy base by himself. Setsuna is out here somewhere. I've got an allied suit operating somewhere just east of where I am. So I think it's time to go and take out Emma. Now the Gundam Mark II suit, I'm a bigger fan of it in Gundam Reborn, but in both this game and the sequel, I just like the Gundam Mark II Titan's color suit better. It has a slightly different move pool. It does melee combat a little bit better. I don't necessarily know why some of those decisions were made. But anyway, here's so what problem I'm having right now is that I've got Emma, but I've also got Setsuna down here, and since I'm by myself, I need to get whatever advantage I can, and so I'm trying to do that by taking out the enemy mooks, which are Jins from Gundam Seed Destiny. Try and take out the enemy forces.
As a human, you are only able to find what's important to you.
So I can take the field basically out from underneath the two enemy generals. Now I couldn't in Reborn I couldn't do this tactic because Gundam Reborn added this thing that if there was an enemy general on a field, the field could not fall until the enemy general had been defeated. Okay, I'm just getting beat the heck up. So I'm going to heal a little bit. You know, when your suit's damaged in this game, one of the things you can do is you can kind of hunt around looking for enemies. Because if you kill enough enemies, an item might spawn for you, and that item might be a health item. Alright, so now we're taking on Emma. Okay, and she's a little powered down at the moment. Frontal is helping, sort of. This map didn't give us really the opportunity to build up our partner gauge, so we don't have that going on. Alright, well, Frontal is keeping her off of us, but also keeping us off of her. And I'm not sure. Whoa. I guess Setsuna just let off his super. I'm not sure, but I'm almost certain that I have to be responsible for the last shot on the boss. But we'll let Frontal do whatever he's going to do, and I think this is like the third time I've destroyed Setsuna this mission. Again, I apologize to any Gundam 00 fans. I'm a 90s kid, not a 2000s kid. So when I was watching Toonami, you know, it was Gundam Wing and Dragon Ball Z, and Cowboy Bebop and a few other things. I don't they never, you know, the Gundam 00 show and I guess the translations exceed whatever, what else. I never actually saw those.
That's what they get for attacking before verifying.
Alright, so we defeated Emma, and that should do it for this episode. We've completed a couple of missions, including the mission we should have completed if Judo Ashto wasn't an idiot. So we'll be ready to come back next time and keep working on these advanced training missions, or maybe go back into the story as we continue to level Troa up, because the main part of this playthrough is to see, you know, how far we can take Troa, since he's the closest thing I have to a preferred character coming into this game. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.